Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another stream this week. And, I normally would go through and do a normal intro sequence, and everything would be set up, and I'd turn everything over to Genshin, and, start the game up. Um, Problem with that, um, let's just say, oh, hold on, I'm trying to figure out the screen right now. Let's just say I sort of froze the account, i.e., I typed too many wrong passwords, and apparently now I'm locked out for 20 minutes. So yeah, I did this a while ago, so I'm gonna wait until like 8:05 to make sure that or at least, okay, sorry, 8:05 my time. Just to make sure that it doesn't try to reset me and make me wait another 20 minutes. Because if it makes me wait another 20 minutes, then we're just going to be sitting here and not doing anything for 20 minutes. And at that point, I might just end stream because that's a tad bit much. But yeah, we're gonna kind of sit like this for the next few minutes. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Honestly, I honestly don't know what to say. Honestly, it kind of makes me laugh a little bit because I did not realize that this was how my day was going to go. I don't know. Honestly, I could talk about a few things. I don't really know what to talk about though. Um, I don't know. Guess looking at my week's been great. I went out with friends a lot more than I used to, so I mean, it's definitely a gigantic plus for me throughout the week. Homework is getting tough, but it is the end of the semester, so for those who are also going through the end of the semester, either middle school, high school, college, really doesn't matter. The end of the semester and honestly the end of the year is rough for everyone, so my heart goes out to you. I know that's never easy, and I'm definitely going through that right now, but I will say though, after this I will be graduated, I will be done, college will be officially over, then all I have to do is pay my student loan debt, which, yeah, that's great. I'll tell you what, paying off student loan debts, those are tons of fun. And I'm completely lying. Like, if nobody's getting the sarcasm, I'm sorry, but it's sarcastic. Student loans are the worst thing to ever exist. I understand why we have them, but I don't want them to exist. So I mean, there's another wonderful addition to my life. Um, I mean, past that, the only other thing that's really been kind of I don't know how to describe it, but it's not even confirmed yet. But there are some places I'm looking at to get a job in the near future. Obviously, I don't want to say those places or my job career because once again, it's very niche, and I really don't think a lot of people will be able to just not find me based off this information. So I'm gonna keep that hidden. Apologies for that, but I'm looking around, and honestly, there's a place that's really far away from me, which stinks. However, they're not paying for housing, but they have really affordable housing nearby, and I'm gonna get paid for it. The only issue that I'm really finding with it is that I'll be gone for a whole year, and so I literally will be living by myself for a year. Which, I mean, obviously, you do that in general when you start getting out into the real world, but it doesn't feel much better, honestly, when you start doing stuff like that, where you're just thrown into being all by yourself in a strange new place and told you have to live on your own. It's definitely not a fun thing to go through. But yeah, no, that's kind of what's been happening with me. I hope everyone has been having a great time and kind of living their best life. I'm sorry if you're not. My heart goes out to you. I know that life definitely gets a lot more difficult as not only as you age, but honestly just throughout specific parts of life. Yeah, specific parts of your life, your life tends to get a little bit rougher than others. So, my heart goes out to you. There's a lot of really tough things in this world right now, and yeah, honestly, it's not fun. I don't tend to talk about this kind of stuff because not only am I playing games, but honestly, I tend to play games to avoid this kind of topics. So, I'm sorry if I bring up any bad thoughts or conversations that nobody really wants to think about, but yeah, I just saying, wanted to say my heart goes out to you, and honestly, that's kind of what I wanted to do since I had these 5 minutes. I wanted to just kind of get a little bit real and kind of update everyone where I'm at, and hopefully, I just can help everyone else just kind of forget about what's going on in the world too, because that's honestly why I play games as well. So I don't really blame y'all for coming in here and trying to forget about life for at least 3 hours, because at least I know that's what I do. So, and I am trying to log back in, so we're gonna see. Oh, it let me in. Okay, now I have to wait for the game to load. So we're gonna. It's gonna be a few more minutes, but we're almost there. Once again, I apologize for having to have a whole me talking session. I really was not expecting this to happen today. I was expecting to get on, log in, and just be already there by the time we got on, but yeah, I forgot the password for a bit and accidentally typed a little few too many times, so. But it's fine. It's fine. We'll be on in a few seconds. It's just gotta load up and get everything fixed, so. I'll wait until it's like fully loaded into the game, and then I'll swap everything over. But yeah, I guess kind of just a little preference. Just like the title says, we're going to be playing the new cat event today, which I will say, I don't know if anyone else has played it yet, but like I played at least like 5 minutes of it, and I think I fell in love immediately. Granted, it's not a very big event, which it kind of, I mean, it kind of makes sense. I kind of wish there was a little bit more, but it's fantastic. Like, literally, it is centered around cats, and the whole point is to, like, you're essentially fixing up an area for these cats and letting the cats have their own little place, and then you feed the cats, and then you pet the cats. You heard it here first. We are allowed to pet the cats in Genshin. It is a wonderful day, I will tell you what. Okay, I am going to turn this on now. Everything should be working. Oh my gosh. Thank. Okay, thank you, Paimon. Thank you, Paimon. That was loud. That was super loud. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna go do that now, and travel over to Mondstadt. And like I said, the event is not very long. Why don't take me there? I'm not going there. I want to go to Mondstadt. We are right about in here. Yeah, once again, now I'll actually start the intro now because we actually got into the game, but welcome back, everyone, to another meeting at the Gaming Roundtable this week. I apologize for that wonderful 5 to 8 minute time period where we just kind of sat and talked, but I hope everyone at least enjoys just talking for once in a while. And honestly, if people like me just kind of having a real conversation with everyone, honestly, I'm down to have more of them. Like I said, this channel is going to be very viewer dependent. Obviously, there's specific games that I want to play from time to time, but like, past that, I'm not too opposed to playing random games and just kind of seeing what games are. And see, like, finding new games. I'm sorry, I'm like trying to figure out what in the world's going on here. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, scratch that. We're gonna try this for a few seconds and get this out of the way. What does Margaret want?
Hello, you three. Has little Diona finished teaching you the rules of genius invocation? Ah, I see you're here for your casket of tomes, aren't you? A very useful tool indeed. Yeah, so I guess we're gonna go and play through a little bit of the genius invocation quest that I decided not to do.
So this is a casket of tomes.
That's right. A purpose-built case for your card deck that can even detect when someone else nearby is carrying one.
Yeah, that's not weird.
Seriously disliked being alone.
I feel like you could totally like follow people with that, but that's fine.
Pretty lonely if you got no one else to play it with.
True, but once again, the concept's a bit weird.
True. So I'm glad that these customers, TCG players, are able to congregate at the Cat's Tail.
Yeah, we saw the customers bit. Nice try, though.
You're not wrong, but that's secondary.
Secondary, quote unquote. Considering that was the first thing she said.
Enjoy their favorite hobby. It creates a nice atmosphere. Anyway, now that you have your caskets of tomes, it's time to find some opponents.
No, thank you.
Right.
I'm good, thanks.
In that case, I'll go find some people to play against too. Let's meet back at the Cat's Tail in a while.
Trust in your cards. You can win this.
Thanks. I'll do my best.
Okay, am I allowed to do it now? Casket of Tomes. Edit your decks using the Casket of Tomes. Also search for characters nearby who also possess a Casket of Tomes, therefore identifying opponents you can challenge. Simply open the deck menu using the Casket of Tomes before selecting a deck to edit. After searching for and locating a challenger, the map will appear, allowing you to mark rival card players who also possess a Casket of Tomes. You can use this method to tell who you can challenge to a game of cards with ease. When you use your Casket of Tomes, activate the ability to search for players. Players closest to you, whom you have yet to defeat, will be prioritized. There we go. There's the event. I do want to check though. We did the test run, right? Okay. Yeah, I should have saw that coming. Okay, so we're going to do the test run, actually, real fast. I am not going to forget this again. So we're going to do this. We'll do the test run and see the new character. Well, I say new characters, sorry. The characters that are in the event. When a fireball conjured by Yanfei's normal attack hits an opponent, it grants her a Scarlet Seal, decreases her stamina consumption. Upon releasing a charged attack, all Scarlet Seals will be consumed, increasing the AoE and damage of this charged attack based on the amount of Scarlet Seals consumed. Yanfei's elemental skill deals AoE pyro damage and grants her the maximum number of Scarlet Seals. Elemental Burst also deals AoE pyro damage and causes her to gain Brilliance, which increases the damage dealt by her charge attacks. Sorry, once again, something in my throat. Oh my gosh, that is like the worst thing to happen. And grants Yanfei a Scarlet Seal at fixed intervals. Alright, let's see how this goes. So 1, 2, and 3, and then drop. Yeah, that like immediately eliminated them. That was tough. Let's do that. Drop this. Use the skill. Drop this again. Drop this again. Jeez Louise. These poor enemies are just getting absolutely demolished right now. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. And yep, that was it. That was unfortunate. Alright, Qingxue. So this will be, I mean, this one isn't as enthusiastic, and oh my gosh, not enthusiastic. This one isn't as interesting because it's kind of just the same thing we always use. So, when Qingxue's, I believe that's how you say it, elemental skill hits opponents, they'll form rain swords that protect him and his allies. Elemental Burst activates Rainbow Bladework, which will immediately summon the largest possible number of rain swords and launch consecutive attacks at opponents along with Qingxue and his allies. Yeah, so support. That's what it comes down to. Heavy support. Though I'm not seeing any rain swords. I thought normally they like are more apparent when they come out. I mean, it's fine though. I'm sure they are doing something, I'm just not seeing it. Oh no, there you go. Yeah, I see them shooting overhead now, that makes a bit more. That's what I was more talking about, is like those swords shooting out from overhead. Oh, this pyro slime is being aggravating. And unfortunately half the team is pyro, so there's like nothing I can do about it. Alright. Oh, well, there you go. Now they're all done. Alright, and now Kazuha. Kaidehara Kazuha can use his elemental skill to pull opponents and objects in and take to the air before executing his unique plunging attack, Madare Ranzan, to deal animo damage and generate a wind tunnel that pulls opponents in. His elemental skill has a press mode and a hold mode. The former can be executed in mid-air, while the latter expands the skill's AoE. His elemental burst, Kazuha Slash, leaves a field known as Autumn Whirlwind behind that deals animo damage to opponents at set intervals. So essentially, hold, pull in, drop and they all fall. And then the burst, when it says animo damage, it means it'll take... Yeah, it'll take the thing that it sees. So I think this is... I think it's cryo, so it's going to continue to do, like, cryo animo damage. Or maybe it's hydro. I don't know where it got hydro from, though. Yeah, I'm kind of confused. It got hydro from somewhere, and I don't know. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It kind of just... The ult just takes whatever... whatever element it can and then uses it. Very good support. I mean, really, at the end of the day, Kazuha has a very good support for a lot of teams, so I know a lot of people run him. And then the major damage dealer, Nuvolette, who, like, I remember when he launched, everyone was freaking out because he had super high damage numbers. Nuvolette's charge attack releases a surging torrent after fully storing energy, dealing continuous AoE hydro damage to all opponents in a direct line in front of him. He can move freely and adjust the direction he is targeting during this time. His elemental skill and elemental burst create source water droplets. When storing energy for his charge attack, he can absorb source water droplets within a certain distance, restoring his own HP while reducing the time required to fully charge his torrent. In addition, his elemental skill deals Numa-aligned hydro damage. Yeah, so charge attacks. You do this, charge, and beam. And then you go over here, and you let it charge up a little bit. And once it gets to full, you beam again. It's really not that hard, honestly. And like, yeah, so those orbs, if I do this and hold, and then... Oh, okay, thanks for that. Now I have to charge all the way back up because you're being a jerk. But yeah, so those orbs, we'll pick them up, and that allows us to essentially do our little beam faster.
Let the mighty be humbled.
So it's fun. It's just a constant cycle of using your skills and ultimate to continually charge attack. So that wasn't that long. I just wanted to get it out of the way so I remember it and I don't forget to keep doing it, because I completely have forgotten the past at least a week or two to do that. And then obviously this is the cat event, so
Talking with those two people over there. Wait, is that Rosaria? Huh. She's standing next to an adventurer Paimon doesn't recognize.
I think she's also here to play with some cats. I think she's also here to play with some cards. Not if there's an adventure. I would think... I mean, really, I wouldn't think either, but
Same
hey,
here,
whatever.
Ballerina. I'll continue to help you out, just as Victoria requested. Look after the cats, check up on their health, give them a bath. These are all things well within my capabilities.
That doesn't solve our biggest problem, though, Miss Rosaria. The cats have been so anxious. If we can't get them to trust us, we're sure
What's
to get
going
sick
on?
from all the anxiety. We just opened, and the Furball Fortress is already about to go under.
Yeah, what in the world's going on here?
Certainly isn't going to solve the problem. The fact is, neither of us has a way with cats. That's not something I can change.
Hi, Rosaria! And hello to you too, Miss Adventurer.
Misadventurer.
Sounds like you're all really worried about
If you don't know someone's name, just use their occupation, apparently.
Our cat saviors, they've appeared already.
What?
saviors? Seems a bit sudden considering we just met.
It sounds like a title I'll have to live up to. I smell a commission coming, absolutely.
I'll try to keep it short.
It's always a
My name's
commission with
Ballerina,
other people.
And I really like small animals. Recently, I've been trying to set up a shelter for stray cats. I call it the Furball Fortress.
Interesting
I thought
title,
it'd
but
be a way
okay.
to rescue those poor animals that have nowhere to go. Plus, getting them off the streets will improve the overall environment and look of the city. It's a win-win. The sisters over at the church heard about my plans and sent over the kindly Miss Rosaria to help.
I mean, if you say
exactly
so.
describe myself as kindly. I just accepted the assignment from Victoria. After all, I was the only one with any knowledge of medicine, or the spare time to help.
Though Rosaria really is a nice person, she just doesn't want other people to know that.
Thanks for bringing us up to speed.
Happens though, I guess.
So, what had you so worried just now? Are you short on Mora? Are you missing something you need?
No, I've got more than enough Mora. The funds, the location, the supplies, all the various procedures.
Well, that's good, because I don't know if I was gonna pay, so...
The main problem is... cats. They, keep swatting at me.
Have you just tried not being mean? I don't know.
With treats.
The cats are afraid of me as well. They run away the minute I'm in the vicinity.
Well, you could just be nicer.
Paimon has heard something like this before. There's something about certain people that just makes cats afraid. Huh. Kind-hearted cat rescuer who doesn't get along with cats. Seems like just visiting the cat's tail would be enough to leave you flustered, let alone running your own cat shelter.
That is kind of weird. I am not gonna lie.
Miss Margaret wasn't able to offer a solution to our problem. She's short on workers, so she couldn't spare anyone to help us either.
And let me guess, they suggested
She did
me.
give us one piece of advice, though. To enlist the help of the honorary knight and their trusty helper in white.
Yeah, that's a
We had
first.
just wrapped up our conversation, and the next thing we knew, you two appeared before us like saviors sent by Lord Barbados himself.
Well, Paimon's not sure how much Lord Barbados would know about taking care of cats.
He can't even take care of himself.
That aside, we've never even worked at a shelter before, but somehow we've been turned into the saviors of the entire operation.
Okay, I guess. Perfect timing, though. No, and we were just talking about playing with cats. I mean, fair. It is true.
Well, that's true. Even if Paimon has no experience working at a shelter, she's confident she can get on their good side just fine. Like, that's all we need to do here, right? We just need to show Valerina and Rosaria how to get friendly with the cats, and everything else should fall into line.
Yeah, this is
Feel
true,
free to
honestly.
Focus your efforts on Valerina. Just call me if any of the cats need medical attention. If you all can keep the shelter running with minimal effort on my part,
No, you're helping us.
this
Don't try to get out of
might
it.
turn out to be a good use of my time after all. It's better than church activities in any case.
Wow.
So that's why you agreed to help. You just wanted to shirk your church duty.
Well,
You know what? That's
I
fair,
should show
though.
you around first. Follow me, you two. Let's make our way to the Furball Fortress.
If I didn't like my job and I wanted to get out of it, yeah, I'd probably do the same thing. Especially if it's playing with cats. I mean, geez Louise, sign me up. If my job was straight up to go out, play with cats, and then do nothing else all day, 100% I would do it. Is that ever going to happen? Probably not. Would be super cool, though. If anyone ever has any positions like that, just let me know. You can totally contact me. I'll take the job. I'll even move, probably. It would not bother me.
It's just a regular house. Gotta say, Paimon was expecting something a little bigger with fortress in the name and everything.
This was the biggest space I could find in the city over the past few weeks. The rent is cheap, so that's a plus. A half a year's worth of rent, along with all the cat's tail-inspired furnishings, only cost me a few million mora.
Oh, only a few million.
Not all of the cats
Only.
will be staying indefinitely. We plan to offer some of the healthy ones up for adoption. As long as the new future owners prove capable and the cat seems like a good fit, they're welcome to take their new pet back to a loving home. This location is definitely good enough. We could even expand the business one day and start sheltering stray dogs, foxes, or even squirrels. When that day comes, though, I'll probably have to think of a different name. Maybe the Furball and Friends Fortress would be a better fit.
As a just wish you're just becoming an
I would
animal
suggest letting all
animal
of
shelter
this
at that
play out
point.
First. You still don't know if the customers will even get along with the strays.
This is true.
Look over there. That cat is staring at us.
Oh, it's the little white cat. She's super afraid of people. She ran away when we tried to give her a bath. It took us forever to track her down again.
She's a very pretty white cat, and I want her now.
Clean, and her fur is so white and fluffy, just like fresh fallen snow. Wait, that's perfect. We should call her Snowball.
Tofu would be a good pick. Pudding isn't bad either. I like Snowball. I don't want to pick either of these. We'll go Tofu, I guess.
Ooh,
Oh my gosh, look at this.
good names, Traveler, but Paimon thinks she likes Snowball best.
Yeah, so do I.
Here, kitty, kitty. That's it, Snowball. Good kitty. That's a good kitty.
It's been what,
Immediately.
a minute? And you already got the cat to listen to you. Did you see that, Miss Rosaria? She's practically a miracle worker. You really are a cat whisperer.
No, we're just trying to be nice to him.
They may be strays, but as long as you give them a good name and call them with love, you're sure to gain their trust eventually. First things first, though, you gotta pay attention to the way you interact with them. How should Paimon put it? Basically, it all comes down to your demeanor. For example, you can't just stand there trembling in fear, Ballerina. If you're afraid, the cats are sure to become afraid as well. As for you, Rosaria, you might want to keep an eye on your, facial expressions?
Nice,
These
Paimon.
poor creatures, picked up off the streets, given a name, and they now have a loving home. Fate is kind to even the lost souls who have wandered astray.
And now I feel bad about
Fate
Paimon saying that
has
thing
brought
about her
peace
face.
and happiness to us all.
Oh, even look at that. Her face softened up, and the cat likes her now.
Snuggling up to Rosaria. Looks like she's not afraid of her anymore.
Did Rosaria just smile?
I saw it too. We should pretend like we didn't see anything. Honestly, that's probably the best option.
No matter. There are more important things to focus on. Anyway, it's getting a bit stuffy in here. I'm going to go get some air. Call me if you need me.
Yeah, okay. It's stuffy.
Huh. Paimon thought Rosaria would be happier about that.
Please, teach me more of your ways, honorary knight. And you too, oh great cat whisperer. We're sure to get more
sure.
and more strays coming to the Furball Fortress, and I doubt all of them will be as friendly as Snowball. There's still so much I don't know about interacting with them.
No problem.
I don't think it's that hard, but okay.
It's about time we move on to a more advanced lesson.
Gives me more reason to pet virtual cats.
Trust you, but to like you. It's all about patience. As long as you put in the effort to get to know them, you'll become best friends in no time.
I completely understand. The Furball Fortress is still in its trial phase, so the more I can learn at this stage, the better.
You must take various requirements into consideration when setting up your fluffy feline home. There are 3 attributes in this event: comfiness, durability, and aesthetics. You're required to select one suitable furnishing of each type in such a way that the overall area fits the 3 attribute requirements exactly. No more, no less. The icon of furnishing's primary attribute will be displayed in the upper left corner of the interface. In addition to the main attribute, it will also provide a small amount of other attributes. Only one unique combination of furnishings that furnishes the attribute needed to complete the challenge, and the furnishings that comprise the combination have appearances that complement each other the best. After you completed your fluffy feline home setup, you can place food into the cat bowl to be acknowledged by them. After you've fed a cat, you can call the corresponding cat at the throne of Meower, or invite it to play directly. Alrighty. Oh, we can't pet Snowball. That stinks. I wanted to pet Snowball. So right here, durability is higher than the rest of them, so I think... Okay, so at least two durability things are here. Comfiness and aesthetics? Could one really not do, like, this? No, that is so weird how you can do exactly that. Whatever, it works, I guess. Requirements met, will automatically exit, and that says play with a cat after feeding it, so we'll feed it. We have a bunch of chicken, so we'll go with chicken. Snow White Ball of Pure White Cotton is... Yeah, okay. Talking about... Oh, it is Snowball. Oh! Well, we do get to pet Snowball. Never mind, then. You can select a cat from the throne of Meower, which I guess is the thing up front that Snowball was originally on, or directly invite a cat to come and play. The cat's friendship levels are as follows: trusted, cherished, and inseparable. The 8 points you can pet the cat are the right ear, left ear, face, lower body, upper body, tail, right paw, left paw. Different cats have their own preferences for where they wish to be petted. Press in order to pet the cat. If you pet right where the cat likes it, its friendliness towards you will increase. but this value will remain the same or even decrease should you pet a spot that displeases a feline. Repeatedly petting the same part of a cat will cause friendliness to increase by less and less until it no longer increases at all. As such, you must adjust your approach and pet the cat in different spots. After you have switched up the places you are petting it in a certain number of times, this cat's rate of friendliness increase will reset across all the body parts it likes to be petted. Once a cat's friendship level has increased to the next stage, areas where it did not enjoy being petted may change, and it may now permit you to pet it in new places. Use your keen observation and get along with them now. Jeez Louise, that was like a command. Use your keen observation and get along with them now. I mean, understood, geez. Don't have to tell me twice. Okay, where do we start first? I think we'll start at the tail and work our way up. So let's see. Understood. Good to know, Snowball. Do not do the tail. Alright, left paw is fine. Right paw is fine. Lower back's fine. Oh, look at it. It's making biscuits. I absolutely love it. You can pet the front. Face. Oh, it's actually fine with the face. Ears. Yeah, that. Nope. No, we don't go back to the ears. Okay. I absolutely adore this event. It's like, I think this has been one of my favorite events so far. Oh my gosh, like, look at this. Look at this. I just can't. This is amazing, and I absolutely love this. And like their little movements they make when they're like, right, no tail. I forgot. I can't bet your tail. I'm so sorry. I did not remember. That's my bad. I just remember that there was some spot I couldn't touch, and I didn't remember it was the tail. That's my bad. But look at this. Now I can just... I mean, look at it. It's so adorable. Are you able to pet the tail now, or is it... Oh. They actually let us pet the area. They really were... They were not lying when they said we could pet areas we normally wouldn't be able to. Oh my goodness. I need to leave. I need to leave. If I don't, I'll keep playing with them. Oh, hi. Hi, Mona. How are you doing today? I am not saying meow. I'm sorry. Nobody's going to clip this. This is not happening. Is this really how cats greet each other? Greet one another. I wonder if my pronunciation's on point. Mona, I don't think the pronunciation's your issue. Yeah, once again, I'm not saying meow. No, thank you. Looks like Snowball didn't understand even a whisker. Mona, are you trying to speak cat, quote unquote? Professor Megist? I remember hearing how they say it, and I can't say it. It's like whatever. Professor, that's not how you pronounce it. Try roaring at it like I'm not roaring either. That's not happening. Hey, roar sounds like more like a tiger or a lion. That's a good way to frighten a kitty and turn it into a scaredy cat. Traveler Paimon, so the rumors were true. You really are working at the Furball Fortress. Working probably isn't the right word. We're helping Valerina and Rosaria out, so we're more like consultants. Yeah, that's it. Being called a consultant sounds really impressive. Fair enough, I guess. By the way, great astrologer Mona, are you looking to adopt a cat to assist in your astronomical observations? Ah, yes, because my cat too likes looking at the stars. Based on my understanding of astrology, it shouldn't be too hard to teach a cat to read the various aspects of the stars. I might even teach one to help me write manuscripts. Steal a peek at Snowball. Boldly stare straight at Snowball. And once again, not meowing. No thank you. Coughs on second thought, maybe not. One who can only read the stars, but is ill-versed at stringing words together, would not suffice to convey my illuminating insights. If I really needed an assistant, it would be better just to take a trip to Fontaine and recruit some staff members from the Steam Bird, or find a Melusine who can use a typewriter and bring them back to Mondstadt. just goes to Fontaine, just steals a Melazine, and just brings it back to Mondstadt like, guess what, you're mine now. That's not messed up at all. Were I to really adopt a cat, at most it would be to play with it a bit, to relax and relieve the stress from the exhaustion of academic inquiry. One mustn't be a bad owner. When you get tired, it'd be best if the cat is tired enough for a cat nap as well. Before I set foot in here, I would never imagine hanging out with cats would be such a joy. Oh, how wonderful life would be if I could always be happy like this. Looks like you're really going to be a really conscientious owner. Guess this cat's going to be in fine hands. But I've also heard that some cats can be quite rambunctious, always jumping around, biting, and clawing the furniture. Imagine my manuscripts or astrology tomes, ruined by feline canines. That'd be troublesome indeed. Making a snack out of precious books. Paimon can hardly imagine something so terrifying. Snowball looks quite well behaved, but seems not to comprehend my meaning. Perhaps we lack that special connection. So I'd like you to observe it a bit more. You know, keep an eye out for obedient cats. Oh, and I must calculate the cost of a cat bed, cat food, and other expenses. Not too luxurious, but also not too shabby. Wouldn't do to submit the cat to hardship. It's okay, take your time. Many furry felines in this fortress. Yeah, Valerina said she'll adopt even more strays in the future. So even if no cat catches your eye today, you can always come back often to play and have a look. Yeah, the meow thing. I think it'd be great if like one of the characters actually adopted a cat from this event. That'd be super cool. Alright, we're looking for aesthetics this time. So let's go max aesthetics here. Durability. Yeah, that wasn't that difficult. Requirements met. Alright, feed. Feed once again with chicken. Gray and white cat, agile as white rabbit, sitting on the windowsill, and something comes over probably. Oh, that is not it. There you go. Alright, where do we start? I think we start at the tail again, so let's see. Nope. So that's not it. Paws, I don't think are it either. What about back? There we go. So it looks like the lower back's good. The chest is alright. Face? Okay, so the face is good. And what about the ears? Oh, the ears look good too. That's good. I love the little ear flick once it's like already past, you know, the whole like being very overtly showing with the affection. It just kind of flicks the ear like, you know, thank you for petting my ear, but stop. Aww. I love them so much. They're so cute. And look at the little biscuits. They're making little biscuits. Oh my goodness. I seriously can't get over this event. I'm not lying when I say this event has literally captured my heart. I mean, look at this. Jeez Louise. What? I want to pet your paws. And like, I love the purrs that it makes. Oh my goodness. I think the reason I like this event so much is because I do actually have cats in my home. And my cats... I mean, okay. So, I don't have any cats that look like, I don't know what we named this one. That's on me. But I know with Snowball kind of looks like, one of my cats. Except my cat is a white Siamese, but they have almost like gray fur. It's weird. So it's almost like this, where it's like, you have white fur on like the paws and stuff though, and then it's like gray all throughout, even though when she was born, she was like complete white. It's so weird. Amber is full on communicating with the cat. Oh, sorry, okay, so Bunny. This is Bunny. Both Bunny and Amber have a point. Oh, so that's it. Oh yes, a most astute observation. Actually, Paimon doesn't really get it either. I didn't get it either. I don't think anybody got it. But she can tell that Amber and Bunny have reached an understanding. Traveler, Paimon, you're here. I was just thinking about going to look for you. I've already heard about how you're helping Valerina with the Furball Fortress. That's a Traveler and Paimon for you. The second you're back in Mondstadt, you're already being such a huge help. I, the Honorary Knight, will fulfill my mission no matter its nature. and the defense of cats of Mondstadt is one of my many responsibilities. Well, obviously, we gotta defend the cats of Mondstadt. Speaking of which, what were you and Bunny discussing just now? You seem to be having a really fun conversation. And once again, Bunny meows a little bit more. Okay, sorry. Once again, throat. I was just asking Bunny about the weather and whether or not it would rain. Huh? Do cats really know that kind of thing? Lisa said something about that. According to a book she read, cats are very sensitive to humidity and don't like the feeling of being wet. So, if they notice a sudden increase in humidity, they'll start nervously pawing their faces and licking their fur. Once a cat does something like that, it's a sign that a large rainstorm is likely on its way. Whoa, Paimon had no idea. That's so cool. Guess we learned something amazing by accident. In that case, traveler, let's pay more attention to cats during our travels. That way, we won't keep getting soaked by huge downpours from those big black clouds. I suppose we'll have to pay more attention going forward. And since when haven't I paid close attention to cute kitties? That is a real answer. That is my answer. I always pay attention to cute cats. I originally came here to ask Valerina about something. But as I was talking to her, this little kitty snuggled up close to me and yawned so loudly. It was just too cute. Since she was so affectionate towards me, then I need to show how friendly I am too. That's what I remember what Lisa told me, and I went ahead and asked Bunny about the weather. But she responded by rubbing her face, then wagging her tail, then laying down on the ground and snuggling against my hand. So is it really going to rain or not over the next few days? Alright, Bunny, what's the weather? I don't know, but I do want to get pets, so pet me. Honestly, that's like my cats. They want nothing else except to be pet. Ooh, hold on. Oh, yeah, look at that. Made it look real nice. I hope this event stay opens even after this event, and I can come back and play with cats anytime I want. I would absolutely adore it. Not sure what happens. A small, smoky black cloud of fur or something. Oh, it's a gray cat. Alright, time to find out. Where do you not like being pet? Okay, the tail's fine. That's good. The right paw? Okay, that's good. The left paw? Once again, good, good. The lower back? Okay, yeah, I kind of figured. Because I was like, we've been doing everything else. I feel like he's got to do the body at least one time. The face? Okay, good, good, good. I'm gonna take a guess. It's gonna be the ears? Yep. So we'll just continue to rub the face and the body parts we know that they like being rubbed. I also love how, like, I don't have to actually tap. It's like I can genuinely just rub it. And, like, allows me to actually just rub instead of, like, trying to click and just being like, click, click, click. It's like I can actually just rub. It just makes it more real for me, and I absolutely adore it. And look at that. They're making biscuits while purring. I just love that. It's actually funny, speaking about cats, because I just had my, earlier when I was... Oh my goodness, it rolled over. Oh, jeez. Earlier, before stream had started, I was, like, sitting around... And as I was sitting around, I kind of looked over at my cat, 'cause she was nearby. And as I pat my chest, she literally, like... As I'm laying down on the bed, she crawled over, laid on top of my chest, and just laid down. So, like, that was so rough, not trying to go to sleep, but at the same time being like, I can't move my cat right now. And she sat there for, like, a good solid, like, 20 minutes, so that was rough. As much as I loved it, it was so hard not being like, I need to do something right now, but you're right in the way. It is very interesting, though, seeing Razor in here. Going back to the game, sorry. As much as I want to talk about my cats, if I keep talking about them, I'll be talking all day. But yeah, it is interesting seeing Razor, who's raised by wolves, inside of a cat shelter. Oh, and their name's Dustball? I didn't know that. That's cute. It's you. Me, I'm talking. Yeah, I kind of figured. Are you talking to Dustball? More meowing. Seems like Dustball's trying to say, that's right. A familiar scent. Looking for friends. It is good. Happy. More meowing. Friends followed the scent. You came too. Happy. On your body, the smell of wind and rain. Very familiar. The scent of cats. Also familiar. Paimon, very sweet scent. Smell good. Eh? Sweet? Could that be the flavor of the pancakes Valerina gave us? Did Paimon eat that many? I gave you half my portion, right? Oh, gosh. Of course Paimon would. Really? Paimon didn't even notice. It's all the pancakes' fault for being so delicious. Ah, yes. It's the pancakes' fault. Understood. And Paimon also wants to eat sweet madames, steaks, and hash browns. Oh, and drink some apple cider. Okay, that's the menu for the next meal then. Come on, traveler, let's go place our order with Valerina. You'd come too, Razor. Thank you. Dustbell has brought me lots of nuts. And meat boxes. I'm very full. Sounds like Valerina ordered delivery then. Did Dustball deliver the food to you, Razor? More meowing. Paimon never imagined that the cats would actually end up taking care of the customers here in the Furball Fortress. Looks like you really are the cat's meow, huh, Razor? The cat's meow, really? Really, guys? Alright, next area. When it comes to aesthetics, we have to have these two. We need more comfiness, so I'm going to add these. Oh, it's a bit too many. What if I do this? Nope. What if I do this? Nope. Maybe I have to swap this? Nope, because if I swap it, I don't get enough aesthetic value. Maybe swap it to this? Oh, hold on. There we go. I was wondering, I saw it flash like it finished, so I had to make sure. Alright, feed. Once again, feed it using chicken. Black and white piebald cat swaggers into the Furball Fortress. Ooh, that's a cute one. Granted, they're all adorables, don't get me wrong, but... Alright, tail. Tail's already confirmed. Alright, back. What is it? Back... Lower back or something? I don't really know what it's called. Alright, the chest is fine. No paws. Understood. Face? Did it just bite me? Okay, but it likes its ears being rubbed, which is weird, but alright. I mean, it's actually kind of funny, because, once again, going back to my cats, the one cat I was talking about, the Siamese, she's, adores getting her face rubbed. Like, rub. Not like just, oh, I'm, touching your face a little bit and, scratching your forehead. It's like, you have your whole, entire, both hands over her entire face, and you're just rubbing. And then, she also loves her ears being rubbed, which I honestly don't know of many cats who like their ears getting rubbed, but that's her favorite thing. And if you rub her ears, she almost, completely, just falls over and just, goes to sleep. She's adorable, though. I absolutely love my cats. They're all funny in their own way. And I love how Fiscal's in here. So this is the rumored sacred land that people name the Furball Fortress. And yet it is furnished in such a prosaic, I don't know, manner. Shabby, one might even call it... Sorry, oh gosh, that hurt again. Surely a few swings woven from the vines of purple agate grapes might be built. Pure silver lamps mounted with candles made of abyssal sea salt, all the better to light the cat-feeding platters with the motifs of night-born stars. And yes, statues, forged in the image of cat familiars by melting the venerable coinage of lost dynasties and adorning them with strange pearls and dewdrops from the depth of a fjord. Surely this would make for an amendable choice. You surely must agree, do you not, dear familiar? You have yet to declare your name to your possessor. Think on that, then, and know that it shall be your utmost honor to be known to her. The poor cat being like, what are you on? Genuinely. His name is Dopey, esteemed princessin. Dopey isn't the brightest. Hey, be nice to the poor cat. And he can't really understand or appreciate your exquisite choice of words. Please show him clemency, princessin. Hey, wait, no, that's not right. Why does Paimon get like this whenever she sees Fishkull? Nothing wrong with that. Let me give it a whirl, too. I, the great cat conjurer, sincerely pay my humble respects. It's as I anticipated. Cat conjurers, thou hast once more been brought before our august person by the weavings of the threads of fate. 'Tis a most pleasing reunion. What a title! Like a Fishkull heard about us from Valernia. I can't even say it. I don't even know how the name goes anymore. It's like Valernia? Valernia? Oh my goodness. Whatever. It's fine. By your counsel, much thought have I given of late within Immernatrix. That's a name. That's a word I haven't seen in a while. It's like the Immernatrix or something. To realize the ingenuities obtained from prior experiences, and I have decided to select the most sagacious and sensible of cat familiars to accompany my eminent person on my sojourns. Once again, meows. Oh, so you were also planning on taking care of a cat, Fishkull? Well, understandable. Most people want to have their own after seeing just how adorable they are. But Fishkull, don't you already have Oz? And the two of you tend to move really fast. Can a cat keep up? Or are you going to have Oz fly while carrying the cat? Fair enough. That could work. I, the Prinzessin der Vertelung, often traverse 3,000 universes. Though such a journey may not be long, having more suitable companions and gaining insight into things easily overlooked naturally wouldn't hurt. Oz also would like to have a cat familiar to join forces with to guarantee that my mood shall shine bright as moonlight every second of every day. Yet 'tis a shame that though Oz went to great pains to don a form that sets the most at ease, he could not diminish his majesty fully, and could not approach the cat familiars. Whenever dear Oz gets within 5 paces of a cat familiar, their fur shall inadvertently stand on end and inflate like a bloaty floaty unmoored. Any closer, and terror overtakes them, and they flee for the hills. The animal archons, devout and loyal nuns, recommend that Oz repose without, and as their advice was sound, I graciously assented. Majesty? Oh, right, Paimon gets it. You mean that Oz's body has so much electro energy that the second he enters the Furball Fortress, all the feline fur gets electrified, right? But if that's true, then how could a cat ever travel with you, Fishkull? If only there's some material in Tibet that could block the effects of electro. Then we can make cat clothes out of that material, and then a cat could travel with you and Oz, no problem. Meows again. Give it to me first. Those electro slimes will be no match once I've donned this panoply of war. I've never heard of that. Give me a second. We're about to learn something. We're about to learn something right now. Hold on. I think I'm fairly confident as I was looking up. Yeah, it means a full suit of armor. Honestly, your guess is as good as mine because I've never heard of that word either. But that is what it is. So a panoply is a full suit of armor. Just for everyone to know. But now that Paimon thinks about it, elemental power is super duper mega strong. If there was a material that could easily resist something as powerful as the elements, that'd be too good to be true. We probably shouldn't stand around daydreaming. The naivety. Do not jump to judge a cat familiar's talent through common sense. The semantic resources of mere mortal words struggle to accurately convey their properties. Perhaps somewhere in this world there exists a cat familiar that can dive deep into the depths, ensure an inferno, and ride upon the wind. Such a special entity would surely have no fear of thunder or lightning. So as long as I am patient in my search, I shall find it. Forsooth, even if I should seek for 10 years or 100, it shall be but a fleeting instant in the Immernatrix. Additionally, the devotion of one's development in life is as important as the innate nature one is born with. I see this dopey has immense potential. Perhaps after joining my retinue, oh gosh, oh my gosh, whatever that word is, for a spell, and it will become all the more familiar with the power of Electro. By happenstance, I, the Prinzessin, have disentangled a myriad menial affairs, thus allowing myself a tincture of time to spare. Perhaps, then, it shall not hurt, endeavoring to stay here and familiarize myself with these cat familiars, particularly this dopey. Meows once again. Then Paimon hopes you'll have fun here in the Furball Fortress, Fiscal. Oh my gosh, I never ever want to go through that again. Fiscal just kept talking and talking and talking, and I can't. Is there not more? There's like a whole nother room. What in the world's going on here? Oh, is it a quest? I think it's a guest, or a quest thing. I think I have to complete a whole quest for it. I mean, whatever. We'll just swap it to 8 tomorrow, and... Oh, hold on. 8 tomorrow. And I guess, do that then. Alright. We're now in the future, and what's gonna happen? Oh, the front door. Fair enough. Big ferocious cat. Uh-oh.
Cat is hissing at me, Miss Rosaria. I'm scared.
This might not be a good
You should
one.
probably give him some space. Get too close and all that swatting might catch you in the face.
So they got like a
Oh,
thug
no,
cat.
Seems like Valerina has run into some more cat-sized trouble.
There you go, Valerina. That's how you say the name. Looks like the shelter has a new stray. There's something almost dignified about him.
Honorary Knight, Cat Whisperer. This big cat just barged in here after Snowball. He must have spotted her when she went out for a walk and followed her all the way back here.
Easy, easy. No one's going to hurt you here.
Oh?
All those evil things, all those bad people who forced you to do whatever it took to survive, they can't find you here. You're safe within these walls.
Rosaria, do we need to have a talk?
You're surrounded by good people now. Their constant hovering might get a little annoying, but it's all for your own good. Just relax. A life of leisure isn't a bad thing, you know. You just have to get used to it.
Rosaria, do we need to have a talk?
He understood all that?
Well, he more understood what she
Looks
was.
like it worked.
Her tone of voice.
Smart cat.
Whoa, this cat is way bigger than the others.
I was just about to say that. The cat looks as huge.
Blue fruit juice. And he's wearing a scarf too. Huh? Looks like there's some sort of sign on it. Oh, it's the symbol of the Knights of Avonius.
That's funky.
It's a name fit for a knight then. He is pretty feisty. How about Sir Lancelot?
Nah, I feel like there could be something better. Oh my goodness.
You really do have a way with cats. He looks way more at ease now.
Paimon thinks you deserve to take the credit this time. Sir Lancelot seemed to calm down right after everything you said to him.
I once again would love to talk Rosaria because I feel like that was very personal what she just said. You're getting much better with them, Rosaria. Hopefully you'll find this gig a bit more fun too.
It doesn't matter to me either way.
Yeah, okay.
Though, the fact that they're cute doesn't hurt.
Oh?
Let Paimon show you how to put Sir Lancelot completely at ease. Paimon just needs to work a bit more of her magic and he'll be as happy as can be.
I like how haughty this cat looks. Like, it looks genuinely like it's better than everyone else, and I absolutely adore it. Oh, look at him in his little chair. How many? Oh my gosh. Okay, it's the same number of options. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. Just a tad bit too much. Maybe. Nope. Not it again. Not it again. Okay, hold on. Nope. Nope. Maybe are they all supposed to be like blue or something? Is that gonna... Okay, actually, aesthetics is good right now. Let's just leave that. There we go. I was just waiting for it because I was like, you're almost in the right area. That was focused right there. I had to get focused to make sure we get this cat. Sir Bouncelot relaxed slightly and lets out a gentle meow as though is... Okay. I definitely want to play. Alright, where can I pet Sir Bouncelot? Understood. Absolutely no tail. Gotcha. Okay, there we go. There, okay, another paw. So back is fine. The front... Nope. Face? Absolutely no face. Okay. So the chest and the face, there's a no, and so is the tail. But the ears are fine too. That's good. I mean, look at him though. He looks like such a big, tough cat, but he's just so precious. Charge friendship level, maybe we should ignore now. Okay. Yeah, I don't care about rewards, I just want a pet. I'll get the rewards later after I have my full session of petting and loving on these cats. I will say though, this is probably the most... I don't know what it is, but this event has probably been the most fun for me. And it's kind of an issue. It almost scares me that like this might be the event that I just come back and I play just because I want to play it, not because I need to get rewards out of it. Did its eyes soften? Oh my gosh, it just stretched. Oh my goodness. I mean, look at it. But yeah, if you look at it, its eyes, it almost looks like it like got a lot softer. That's cute. Oh. And the purring is so precious. Oh my goodness. Okay, we need to stop. Oh my gosh. Like, that time might actually have been really bad if I'm not careful. Oh, there we go. Cutscene. Oh, look at Sir Pounce-a-Lot. Look at him. Looks so happy.
Good kitty, Sir Pounce-a-Lot. You better be on your best behavior from now on, okay? Don't go causing trouble now. Paimon knows you're a sweet, happy little cat. You'll get along with everyone just fine.
I mean, yeah.
He's so adorable. I just want to scratch his head and pinch his little cheek.
You're gonna get scratched.
He does have a certain endearing quality about him. When he's not causing trouble, that is. I wonder how he got that injury around his eye.
I almost wonder if it was
Traces of
Snowball.
restorative potion indicate that Sir Pouncelot should be in the vicinity.
I'm sorry, what did you just say? I love how we get the intro for Albedo. Thank you. Thank you, game. Albedo is the chief alchemist and captain of the investigative team of the Knights of Favonius. His groundbreaking achievements in the field of alchemy has earned him a reputation as a genius. Not one to socialize, the genius researcher is usually seen wearing the same calm, cool expression. Only when he is buried in his research does his more energetic and enthusiastic side seem to emerge. Soil and chalk. Albedo spends much time alone, pondering profound alchemical conundrums, but there seems to be no end in sight to his research.
Huh? Oh, it's the traveler Paimon and Sister Rosaria. And you must be an adventurer. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, and
It
you.
appears Sir Pouncelot has taken quite the liking to you.
Albedo! It's been such a long time. It's super great to see you. But are you sure you're in the right place?
I'm
He doesn't
assuming
seem to
the
be one that
captain of
likes
the
to pet cats.
investigation team is here for some important reason.
Captain? He's a captain of the Knights of Favonius? An important officer just showed up without warning. And I don't even have any refreshments or snacks to offer.
But calm down.
Please,
Calm down. It's
allow me to
okay.
explain,
It's
sir.
okay.
I assure you, this shelter is operating under a legitimate business license.
It's
All
okay.
proper procedures
Calm
have
down.
been followed.
He knows. Soon that Albedo has arrived to investigate her business. You know what's even funnier is I just heard this name 30 different times and I still can't remember her name. It's fine. The adventurer frantically searches for the relevant documents while explaining the purpose of the shelter. The adventurer appears intimidated by the identity of the visitor, unaware that the investigation team doesn't hold such inspections.
There's no need to worry. I was simply in the area helping my team address a small issue. Namely, the location of this cat right here. Not too long
Why?
ago, Interim Team Feline Treatment Case number 3, Sir Pouncelot, knocked out the weapons officer who was watching over him. He then fled and disappeared into the city.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
We had to recover him as fast as possible. The cat belongs to the investigation team, and even bears the insignia of the Knights of Favonius. If you were
He
to wreak
knocked
havoc
out
across
a
the city,
guard?
well, that would hardly be a welcome result. For
Dude,
the
either
whole
these
party
guards are
involved.
awful, or this cat is strong. So he actually belongs to the investigation team. That would explain the Knights of Favonius symbol. I mean, but look at him. Don't take him, he looks happy.
You're saying Sir Pouncelot is capable of knocking out a knight? And what's with all
My
official
exact
sounding
thing.
titles you added to his name? Interim treatment case something or other? Is there something else you're not telling us?
Well, I suppose I should explain. 2 months ago, Sir Pouncelot got lost in the wild and accidentally ingested whopperflower nectar. Due to certain effects that are not entirely understood as of yet, the nectar caused him to triple in size.
Triple?
Jeez
Even
Louise,
regular-sized
what?
cats can get pretty bold when they're upset.
I knew he got big, but that is insane.
Oh, Paimon bets even a hilly churl wouldn't be enough to scare off a cat like that.
So that's
Yeah, that
what
is
happened.
terrifying.
No wonder he was so anxious. For cats, or really any animal that lives in the wild,
I love how Amber is
a
still here
larger
petting the
size
cat. That is
doesn't exactly
fantastic.
confer many advantages. What it actually does is make their appearance more noticeable and their movements less nimble.
True.
Which in turn means living in perpetual danger of exposing themselves to attacks from predators. In other words, it means living in a constant state of fear.
So that's why he was on edge when he came
When
in.
Sir Pouncelot stumbled upon our encampment, he looked quite worse for wear. His entire body was riddled with scars, and he appeared exceptionally anxious.
That's awful. I guess he had a good reason for all that swatting earlier then.
Duh.
If all that had happened to me, I would be afraid of new people and strange animals too.
You don't need to worry too much. The problem has already been solved. I administered a restorative potion to eliminate the alchemical effects of the whopperflower nectar and help him return to a normal size.
I want to pause it when I see it
Although
again.
He still might appear a bit larger than the average
Because
cat.
when I
His
compare
current
these two,
size at
they look
least
almost
should
similar, and
pose
I love
no
it.
threat to his quality of life. While in our care, various knights have been taking turns watching over him. In light of his feisty demeanor, Klee decided to call him Sir Pouncelot.
No way.
But we all thought it was quite fitting. We even made him that little scarf as a testament to
There's
his
no
time
way
among our
Paimon
knights.
said a name like that and got it no way.
Whoa, Flea and Paimon were totally on the same wavelength with this one. We thought of the exact same name.
That is fantastic.
We do think alike.
Don't clap for that. I mean, look at him.
Sir Pouncelot's extreme level
Okay,
of
hold on.
anxiety and caution around people.
Hopefully it doesn't
could be a
change. I
result
wanna
of
I wanna
residual trauma
pause on
from
this.
the time of his transformation. You could say he was less than friendly towards the weapons and signals officers on our team. Klee wasn't around that much to entertain him either.
If you look at this, you look at their eyes, they're not like obviously the exact same color, but I love looking at them and like kind of seeing the similarities and like I just look at these two and they look kind of similar, and the way they hold themselves is very like not regal, but they're very assured of themselves and like they're confident. It's just cute seeing these two stand side by side and seeing like the similarities. It is fantastic.
However, it appears Sir Pouncelot has taken quite the liking to you. The knights on my team would never have imagined he could warm up to people like this.
Well, that's what
We are
happens.
Dear cat saviors, after all. The famed honorary knight and Paimon the cat whisperer.
Oh, look
No
at
matter
that.
how
Paimon has a
feisty
new
and frightening
nickname.
The cat, after a few minutes with the traveler and Paimon, they'll be as sweet as can be.
If that's the case, then I have a question for you both. Would you be willing to adopt Sir Pouncelot?
Wait, no way, really?
Wait, really? But doesn't he belong to your team?
Be quiet,
we
Paimon.
did
Let us
take
take
him
the
in,
cat.
But It was simply out of necessity. We were always planning to find him a permanent home after his condition became more stable.
Yeah, be quiet, Paimon. Let us take the
The
cat.
investigation team is no place for a pet. We are a combat unit after all.
Yeah, I don't
Any
think
knight
you want a
we got
cat in
close
that.
to would have to go on assignment eventually. It's hardly appropriate to just leave him at camp. And bringing him on our missions would only frighten him further.
Yep.
All good points.
Why
He's
did you
been
walk
through
over
quite
here?
the ordeal already. For a creature like that, it's best to keep him away from potential triggers. That way he can slowly recover in peace.
True.
We could set up a nice, cozy little home for him in the Serenity Pot. It has everything he could want, and most importantly, no monsters.
Also true. I would absolutely love to have this cat, please. Great, welcome to the families for Pouncelot. Awesome, you got a new home now. Aww.
So much, Albedo.
Albedo's really looking out for us. I love it.
Oh, no need to thank me. If you find yourselves with some time on your hands, maybe you can bring him by the encampment sometime. I'm sure my fellow knights would love a chance to see his calmer side.
That would be kind of funny.
That was so touching. I can't believe I got to witness such a special moment. I do believe this counts as the Furball Fortress's first successful adoption.
You know what? It really does. Good on her.
Hey, my veil is not a handkerchief.
Oh.
It appears you enjoy interacting with small animals, Sister Rosaria. I must admit, I find that a bit surprising.
Paimon can also sense that you're an animal lover, Rosaria. You definitely have a way with cats. You just haven't realized it yet. After all, it's not a side of you that comes out very often.
This is very
We're all
true.
warmed up to you right from the start, and you were the one that helped Sir Pouncelot calm down back there.
She just doesn't want to admit it because it would be embarrassing. It's like the only
Oh,
reason.
I didn't really do anything, though. I was just there.
Yeah, okay.
I've got it. I've learned so many useful tips from our dear cat saviors recently. I've decided to extend the shelter's trial period for a bit
Let's
in order to
go.
go over what I've learned.
Heck yeah.
With some effort, I hope I can be a cat whisperer too one day. For now, though, I'll settle for cat whisperer in training. When I open for good, what do you say we run the shelter together, Miss Rosaria? With the two of us, we could rescue every stray in Mondstadt.
Do it. Make her do it. Make her do it.
The sister and the whisperer working together. Almost sounds like it was meant to be.
Yep. I agree.
Well, this errand hasn't proved to be too troublesome. It's light on work and stress. I suppose I wouldn't be opposed to your suggestion.
Let's
I don't
go.
know
We
much
did it.
about rescuing stray animals, but this seems to be quite the milestone. Allow me to offer my congratulations. If my fellow knights run into any strays, I'll be sure to tell them to send them your way.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really
Okay, calm
can't thank
down.
you all
It's
enough
okay.
for your support. Don't worry.
didn't do that much.
There's a generous reward in store for each and every one of you. The trial phase of the Furball Fortress could not have been more successful. When we open for good, you all simply must come to the opening ceremony. We'll cut the ribbon together.
Now that's what Paimon calls a successful commission. Rewarding in more ways than one. Mora, a sense of accomplishment, and of course, our special friend Sir Pouncelot. Talk about a win-win-win.
I mean,
Can't wait
you
for
can
the
say that
Furball
again.
Fortress to open for good.
Heck yeah. You love to see it. You love to see it. Oh, I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Look at him. No, he's so cute. Alright, time to claim all these rewards that I guess are important. Alright, come on. Give me them all. I just wanna... There we go. Like, it's just, I don't know what it is. This event was so short, but honestly, it felt just...
Every
It felt wonderful. I absolutely adored this event. I appreciate them for making it. Let's get through this. click on this, get this out of the way. Okay, we only had 2. I don't know how many normal fates we had. There's that. Just trying to get all these out of the way, since they're all just kind of sitting there. Let's actually also get done with the, oh, I should have gone to the map, but get done with our daily commissions and stuff. Just to get it out of the way now. Let's go over here. So we can get our Mine 10 rocks on our battle pass or whatever. Alright, this is enthralling gameplay. Look at the screen. And there's like no dark mode, so you just have to sit through the brightness just shining straight to the back of your eyes. Which is fun. Alright, let's... That bird was flying super funky. It like was glitching out as it was flying and just kind of stuttered as it was going. Alright, let's buy all these. Alright, and we can go get our expeditions turned in and then go right back to Fontaine and going right back into the Archon quest. We should finish... I think we should finish the one we're on right now. Past that, I don't know what's going to happen, honestly. Alright, let's click it. I didn't know we got an adventure rank up reward. Cool. Alright. What characters do we have again? Do we have any good ones, or are we still kind of stuck?
Silly churl, Billy churl.
We only have 4 stars still. And like, yeah, I could make a team out of a non-4-star, out of a 4-star. I don't know. I just really don't like making teams revolving around 4 stars. Click on these, get rid of this, and get this out of the way. Alright, let's click on this, and then go all the way to Fontaine. I don't know where in Fontaine, though. That's my bad. This one, I believe? Yes, it's this one. Except... Oh, right, it's the Fortress of Meripede, like his literal office. So we're gonna teleport here, and I think this should take us to the entrance. At least of, like, the entrance to the actual fortress itself. I hope, anyways. I don't know. It's taking forever, so I can't tell you. Fun! Honestly, like, the last, like, couple seconds that it started going through, and honestly my entire brain just shut off as I was just staring at the screen loading. Alright, try to understand the situation of the people around. So, talking to Linny and Risley about what in the world just happened.
Look on your face. I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Siegeween may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linny again. How's the
yeah,
situation
probably.
out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly.
Oh,
I
great.
was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time, well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Oh, great, that's
You
awesome.
found him.
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
I'm
Locking the door was
surprised.
necessary.
I'm
I
surprised
don't think
Risley
it
helped
would have
him.
saved too.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
Well, I mean, Risley
That's a
also
bad
didn't
sign
try
if you're
to
having plead your case
try to
to
explain
Neverett.
himself.
Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
I love how he's like so desperate to drink tea.
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
I love how like it's such a dangerous situation right now, and that's like the first thing she's worried about is drying her hair. That's like a real response, honestly. And then poor Linny over here is completely about to fall over. Linny's expression looks disgusted. It seems like he'd rather not have Siegewin touch Fremine. Still, he didn't stop her, since it's obvious Fremine does require urgent medical care. Siegewin's examining Fremine carefully. She doesn't look too upset, which is a good sign. I hope Fremine will be okay.
How is he?
Yeah, poor
His
Linny.
symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
I love how she's being so considerate, and like Linny's over here like, I literally trust none of you right now.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could that possibly happen?
Because there's a
Look after Mr. Fremine
larger
for a
concentration
moment.
of seawater out there?
I'll
I don't know.
medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Where is she?
Oof.
How is she right now?
That's tough.
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her.
Hey,
If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her.
Siegewing, you can't just say, oh, she's in an empty room and took a nap after I tranked her. That's not... Listen, I understand you're a Melusine. I get it. I completely understand that you see the world differently than other people. However, tranking someone should not be normal in any culture. I feel like I'm allowed to make that assumption that, like, putting tranquilizers into humans is not a normal thing that just average people do. That's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It just happens. Linny has finally begun to stop tensing the muscles on his face. It seems that he trusts what Sieging just said. I mean, what else can he do? He really can't do anything else except trust them.
Linny, are you okay?
His brother's literally was about to be dead. No, he's not
I'll be
okay.
fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Yeah, okay. Sure, buddy.
Are you sure? You don't look alright.
Oh, where are they going now?
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
I'm back, everyone.
Oh, look, there she is.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too.
Well, I'm glad she's alright.
Fremine? Is he...
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
Linny and Lynette immediately come to lift Fremine up. Their help, Fremine, I think, spits up probably seawater. Unfortunately. I'm sure that doesn't feel wonderful. Oh.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Open his eyes for a few seconds.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, together?
On it.
Traveler, you seem
Poor
pretty worried
Fremine.
about him. Want to come with us?
Yeah, well, yeah. Of course we're worried about Fremine. Poor Fremine is just...
Duke and Clarande are gone.
Yeah, I already noticed that, and I would love to know where they're going.
They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarande will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Fremine out of the sea.
Yeah, and she probably ingested some of the seawater as well. Clarande saved Fremine from the sea. Just what happened there? Well, we're about to find out is what's about to happen. Actually, I'm going to teleport this, so... it get underground. Thank you. I believe it's this one, the administrative area. Yeah, because this is the production zone, so we teleport to this one, because this is the one all the way up in the, on the upstairs circle. Essentially, like, all the walkways above the main area. Which is where we need to go for the nurse's office, or whatever. Infirmary, there you go. I was thinking of the word infirmary, but I just did not think of what it was named again. It is kind of insane what's going on right now, though. There's a lot going on that just is not making a whole lot of sense. I mean, like, you know, obviously, like I said, like, oh, yeah, like, obviously there's seawater out there, but, you know, they are right in asking the question, like, why is there a bunch of primordial seawater just sitting in the ocean? Especially this close to the fortress. So I don't blame them for being curious. It makes sense. At least Fremine is okay.
Fremine, how do you feel?
Lenny. Lynette.
We're all here.
I'm sure that helps him be a bit more calm when he wakes up.
Am I?
The infirmary at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine, and you are no longer in any danger.
Well, that's good.
How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler. Paimon. It's been so long.
Poor Fremine.
The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Yeah, sit down. Sit down,
It's
Fremine.
okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it.
Well, I mean, that is kind of what we figured, but...
Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Okay, so what happened? Oh, wait, do we... Hold on, are we actually gonna... Are we playing as Fremine? Hold on. Is that what's about to happen? That's what I'm assuming.
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned.
Looks abandoned. Probably because it is. I mean,
Master Child B.
somewhere. Give me 2 seconds while I move the chair around. Like I said, if I don't keep moving in this chair, my entire body gets locked up and it does not feel the best. Alright, I'm gonna take a guess this is one of those areas you can't climb, right? Yeah, so there's like no reason to actually try to explore anywhere. It's just best to kind of go down. Obviously I'll like stop in areas and see if there's anything here, but it's if we miss like a small chest, I don't think I'm gonna get too upset. Alright, let's... Okay, it looks like everything's fine. Oh my goodness.
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
Alright, let's pull this. Oh, there you go. Okay, go over here. Is there nothing else around here? So let's go over here. We turning it? I guess so. Turn it over here, travel over here. And it looks like we're almost going to pull it back up. Let's click this. Is this the rotating thing over here? Maybe?
It's getting stuck on something. Seems Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn.
So let me guess. I pull it back down. I'm gonna take a guess to turn it down, rotate it, and then pull it back up is what I'm guessing. Yeah, because you just couldn't turn it while it was... You couldn't turn it while it was up, not the fact that it can't come up with it like this. Yeah, I think it got caught in that pipe right there. Which is fantastic to learn about, but it's fine. I will say, though, this is a very, very big place for, like, literally a... Not even like a side mission. It's literally like a very small part of the mission. Kind of impressed. Because I mean, obviously you're never really going to play this again. You're not going to come back to this level and be able to play it and explore this area. It's genuinely just a separate domain. So I'm really impressed with them. Gotta give it to them. They definitely know how to make a decent level. Alright, water isn't here just yet, so we're a bit safer. Oh, hold on. Oh, never mind.
This is where
The cutscene will take me, I guess.
Okay. Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
Good idea. It would be kind of concerning, though, if we found Child's body. That would be that'd be a bit awkward. Let's go here first, and then... Now we'll dive down. Doesn't seem to be anything of note so far.
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction.
So Child did go this way.
There are traces here too. I need to keep going.
But where is he?
Huh? Traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here.
Turn this down a little bit, once again.
Wait. What the?
Uh-oh. I'd say that's probably when he started adjusting it.
My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on?
That's not good.
No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Uh-oh. And then he gets knocked out, doesn't he? Come on, Fremine, come on, Fremine. It is very interesting that they had... I mean, look at this. Even his health is going down. That is terrifying.
I can't die here.
Oh, no. Obviously, we know, like, Fremine is fine and everything. It's just... This is terrifying.
This is bad. I'm feeling worse and worse. And I'm still underwater. I have to push on.
Even the music got intense. I mean, geesh. And then obviously, yeah, like it happened, Clarence grabs him, saves him, but I mean, still, it's especially being in an element where Fremine probably felt the most comfortable, and then all of a sudden having that element turn out to be hurting him is just would be terrifying.
The trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out some time after that, and you know the rest.
Miss Clarence
Well,
brought you back. But we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
I mean, at least we know Child didn't get disintegrated by the water, because the primordial seawater only works on Fontanians, and Child is Shasnayan, so
Miss
we at least know he's not just going to disappear into the
I must go thank
seawater
her
by
first.
dissolving, at least.
You're still too weak for Monet. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Yes, absolutely.
I believe Miss Florian will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
Well, I'd be the only one that really can.
Ask Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
No, I guess we're going to go talk to them on everyone else's behalf.
It's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Liddy?
No, please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
Yeah, surprising.
Lenny.
Poor dude probably had,
Logical
like...
part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you are just in danger.
Yeah, say poor dude is, like, probably still super tense.
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Thank you.
I love their family. Like, the bonds that they have as siblings is absolutely beautiful, and I love it. Seeing, like, Fromine, like, or not Fromine, seeing Linny, like, as the big brother, literally terrified and still being super tense, even after everything is said and done, it's so real, and it feels so bad for him. Because I know for me, that would definitely that'd be pretty much my reaction, is you worry until you know everything's okay, and then even after that, you're still worrying. So, yeah. Once again, I feel Lenny. That's rough. I'm glad he has that kind of bond with his siblings. And, like, that kind of familial, like, literally do anything for each other kind of closeness is cool. Yeah, look, here they are.
Excuse me.
Just interrupts them,
I
like,
take it
full
Mr.
on.
Fremine's condition has stabilized?
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Sejuane?
I wanted to check up on Miss Florian. How are you feeling?
She can do whatever she wants. Leave her alone, Risley.
Mostly fine, I think.
I think. Keyword there.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now, then.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Oh?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten?
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. Just tell us what the world is happening.
Begin. How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
And Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
I mean, that is a good
No.
question.
I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
Huh, fair enough.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
Why didn't you stop them?
Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance.
And obviously you learned that wasn't the case.
Deliberately let him escape. But in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work.
Oh, wow.
All I care about is the answer.
So he literally just let them do their own thing so he could find the answer.
For you.
Yeah, literally what
You
Paimon
make
just
it
said.
sound like that's a bad thing.
Thanks, Paimon.
Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremine has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the Fortress of Meripede is on the rise.
Which isn't
The
good.
Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
What does that have to do with anything?
Now, why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison?
This is
I
true.
just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Cloran down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work.
Field work?
As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
What crisis?
Saving Fremine was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
That actually is impressive. So the Forbidden Zone really exists. What's inside of it?
That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts.
You just said you'll answer any of my questions, though.
Is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
Kinda, yeah, that would be nice.
Paimon really wants to know.
I love how we're doing
The
it.
truth may not be pleasant.
I love how we're doing it for curiosity's sake and not because it's actually important to know. That's about par for course, honestly.
Follow me.
Follow me. Oh boy, this will be interesting. Secret Keepers and Forbidden Zones. Follow Risley. Oh, don't tell me. Hold on. No way. No stinking. What is
There's
that?
a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
That is insane.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meripede is.
No, I forgot what kind of man you are. And your willingness to literally hide everything. That's on me.
Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
Oh, elevator. Once everyone has taken their positions, the circular plate begins to slowly move downwards. And now we load the next area.
So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special.
And that is...
What a huge door!
It's like a
There are
vault.
3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
Yeah, that's probably a good point, honestly. Let's at least see what's going on before we decide anything. Uh-oh. It's swapped me to the one character thing. Oh no. This might not be good.
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Geez, how big is this door gonna be? As I don't think we need to stand back that far.
Whoa. They all just went up one by one.
What's in the middle of the room?
Go on, have a look.
I mean, fine by me, I guess. What is it? What is it? What are we looking at? This room is really empty with nothing in here, which is quite strange on its own. There's also a device smack dab in the middle of the room, which looks like some kind of massive sluice gate.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it.
Well, I
It'd
mean, of
also be
course.
risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it.
I mean, fair
The readings
enough.
on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position.
Oh boy.
Likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally. Normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking?
Ah, yes, the water pressure. Let's go with that.
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary.
What do you
The
mean?
temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all.
That's
Later on, a
funky.
few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea.
Oh no.
I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
Oh my, that's
Concentration
not great.
Primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
That's what makes it worse.
That is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
Yeah, that's not good at all. Primordial seawater is continually leaking into the sea.
Yes, that's very likely.
I don't know how, but that's terrifying.
Not even Novelette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak.
Uh-oh.
Oh!
Yeah, the
Seems
primordial
like
sea.
you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
Yeah, that's not good. And as the primordial sea is linking through, if this gate falls, all of Fontaine will fall with it.
You know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
Great, that's lovely.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea? Who built this place anyway?
Yeah, sounds like a really bad
Your expression
designer.
tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon Egeria ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished.
That's,
The
I mean,
criminals
fair
received no
enough.
sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold.
Scratch that, I thought that would be better. Not, it's not.
And prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves."
Oh.
And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors.
Oh, great. Here's our
The Hydro
problems.
Archon
Continue.
continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves.
Honestly, it
But
doesn't
as
sound
time
too
went
bad.
on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld.
Nah, and also
Once
not
they had
good. Wait,
finished
hold
serving
on.
their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries,
Wow, that's
few people
it's
still
the way to
remember
go,
the
I
reason
guess.
for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontanian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again,
Not for what it
researchers manage
is.
to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
Now
Wow.
you know every part of that history is true.
That's actually kind of cool.
Indeed.
Just asked a random prisoner and
It's
found
just
out
as the
all the
prophecy says.
information.
If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
Do you believe in prophecies?
To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate. Prophecies are troublesome things.
Fair.
Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
Fair. So as the Duke of Meripede, just what do you plan to do about it?
Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something.
Alright, new area.
This is it.
Oh?
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
And look at the two new faces.
He's not alone. Huh? Lorvine and Jurier?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
Well, I
I'm
lied.
skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
Oh?
Alright then, if Your Grace insists.
That's tough.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Yeah, harmless. I could take
Well,
down
that's
everyone
some
in this room by
introductions.
myself.
This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna click on Ed Who just to kind of get a little recap.
He's the one who blew the whole institute sky high.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone knew he was a bit crooked in the head, but you're not a local, so I guess it's possible for you not to have heard of him.
Edwin's main areas of research were archaeum and gravimeters. As his assistant, Jurier is quite familiar with them as well. I hired him to be my technical consultant.
Oh, nice.
You want to blow up the fortress of Meripede?
Oh, I didn't catch that. Yeah, no, that's fair. Hold on,
I'm
wait.
already imagining it in my head.
Wait, what?
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Hold on, guys, wait.
Guys, focus! Focus!
Yeah, let's not blow it up.
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, are they together?
Are they together? Really? Really, Paimon?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient
Dude,
cover?
even Risley's asking. Jeez Louise.
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Jeez, forget I said anything then.
I mean, hey. People go crazy when they fall in love, so that's perfectly fair.
There's another door that goes right up.
Yes, Paimon, that is indeed
Your
what
constant
happened.
amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
I mean, he's got a point there, though. Paimon is just amazed at every little thing that happens.
Someone really thinks everything's super cool.
I mean, I won't lie. I have to agree with her. The steampunk and, like, all the pipes and stuff, honestly, I think are really cool, too. So I don't blame her.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
Oh my gosh. That is massive.
What a huge ship! This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontanian history?
Obviously not enough.
Not much at all.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land
dynasty?
after being
What the
inspired by
heck?
divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking
wait, a
the
bee?
golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves. He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
Oh boy.
There's a ship in this story too?
That's not good.
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try.
It's impressive how he has a
So
plan
I
B,
began to
though.
speculate that the primordial
That is
sea might lie
crazy.
underneath the gate. I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontainians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
This is the plan for the ages. Can't you share your plan with everyone? I do want to ask why you can't share it.
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe.
Really?
As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. Alright, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions? Seems like you're good.
But
Come on,
you
I'll
didn't
take
give
it
me the opportunity to ask. What the heck? You just like completely skipped over my question. This is unfair.
I'll leave you here for now.
Thanks, I guess.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
He means that my actions now will decide the next steps Lenny's group takes. In other words, if I want to tell Lenny the truth, I must make him understand that we cannot afford excessive conflict right now.
Yeah.
True.
We'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Yeah, we will.
Great. I look forward to what happens next.
Honestly, I have to kind of agree with Risley. It might be best to not tell them. Or at least tell them that they really don't need to know the answer right now because it's something they don't want to hear. I don't know. I just don't think it'd be smart to tell them the truth because they might try to run off and do something again.
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
How can you be so much like Risley, always drinking tea?
Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, I just remembered something now. While I was sedated, I could still barely hear 2 people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Must have been Risley and Sejuin.
Or Clarion, but yeah, that's fair.
I heard 1 male voice and 1 female, so it should have been the 2 of them. They really were just talking about brewing tea.
I really can't make sense of this place.
Poor Fremine, I don't blame him.
Traveler, Paimon.
It's insane
Were
in
you
here.
able to learn anything from Risley?
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations?
Lenny sounds a lot more like his old self, feeling better now. Obviously, he sounds
I
better,
took
which is
the time
good.
to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
Relax.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sejuin is also busy with something or other. So let's just talk here.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions.
Ooh.
Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress of Mirapede.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Whoa, he's good. He got that right on the first try.
I say he's right, unfortunately.
That's our Lenny.
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why?
Is he gonna give us an answer?
I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him. What's more, the Fortress of Meripede is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. Wriothesley is basically the king of a no-man's land. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the two factions are pitted against each other, Wriothesley will be free to move between the parties of interest.
Nah,
If
that
I had
one.
to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself.
Oh, okay,
It's
there you
likely
go.
related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
I assumed he was going to go down the path of saying that Wriothesley's trying to gain power, but yeah, no, he's right.
You're super smart.
Thanks so much. Then finally, there's the last question. If Wriothesley
What
does
is
have
it?
a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten Cloran to help him out. That can't be
Yeah.
the full extent of what he's doing.
So even
There's probably a
even he's
secret
struggling with
passageway
this final
behind the block in
question.
the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to see. He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with him directly. I
Wow.
don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me guess. You have the last piece of the puzzle.
That doesn't mean I can tell you. If time of deliberation, you share the information you just learned with the Indian company. Sharing what you say emphasizes now's not the time to dispute. It's very important to take the matter seriously. Something.
Can't believe it.
The sea will engulf everyone. Just like the prophecy said.
Could Wriothesley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis?
It could
If you
be.
remember,
It would be
I once
impressive.
mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Wriothesley have known that?
He seems to know a lot more
Perhaps
than he lets
didn't
on.
know, and just wanted to bring Father over to his side, which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Yeah, that makes
I
sense to
mean,
me.
It's a
I
possibility.
understand your concerns as well, Traveler.
Wriothesley
I'll
seems like
figure
he'd be
out
a
way
very
to
good
pass this
person.
on to our Father. No matter what, we're on your side. The two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you.
Yeah, this
If you
is
ever need
indeed
anything
true.
else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time. Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the three of us basically see you as family now.
How could we not see them as
You have
family?
my gratitude.
It would feel so mean to be
Thank
like,
you for
no,
protecting
actually.
What really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
Don't mention it. We can work together again if necessary. True.
Given your strength.
As long as we're not
we
against
don't
each
need
other,
your
I
help
think
at
we could
all.
work together.
But if you are ever in danger, we will try our best to protect you.
Aww, the sound of that makes Paimon feel all warm and safe inside.
And hungry, apparently.
Paimon's hungry.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
The Lumine eye roll, like,
You've
oh
done
my
so much
gosh.
already. Go get some food.
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time.
That eye roll was massive, though. She just completely was like, I'm giving completely up right now. Well, at least we can get some food finally. Surely nothing weird happens while we're down here. Surely not. And let's jump.
It's time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served at the coupon cafeteria.
Heck yeah, thank you, Intercom lady.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well. Traveler and Paimon, over here.
Oh. I don't know why she's still here, but okay.
Uh-huh. And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well. Huh. You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria.
That is kind of a surprise. We can choose, which, I mean, yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Woolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Ooh, good question. The tasty stuff you have to offer, I'll get the biggest portion. Ooh, now we're going with the tastiest.
Me too! Don't forget Paimon! No problem.
It's gotta taste good.
Leave it to me.
After a while, the meal Siege Wing offered to you arrived, and like days prior, you don't have to rely on lust. The dish came good. Siege Wing drinks snake streams, it's just very nutritious. Occasionally tastes pretty terrible, at least however you can tell him to relax.
So delicious.
I hate how fast those boxes are. It is so aggravating. Amazing free dinners are the absolute best.
Paimon's so happy. Paimon wants to feast like this every day.
Nah, gosh, I wish. Though really, you'll get tired of feasts if you keep doing it every day. And it might hurt you, you know, health-wise if you eat that much. Exquisite, thank you. Besides the milk, I mean, everything was super delicious. We'll just go with the first option, honestly.
I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, see the expression on your face just now? But the muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment.
She's good.
Siege Wing, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings? A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melusine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you.
She's impressive, honestly.
You're really
Hardworking.
good at taking care of people. Even though you're so short, you still talk and act like an older sister.
Yeah, you're short too, Paimon, but it doesn't seem to lead to the older sister
You're
routine.
an older sister? That's great to hear. Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office? When you said that you were protecting Linny and his siblings as well?
Good question.
Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after hearing that something was wrong with the water.
Well, that was nice of her.
Glorand is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His Grace also sealed the pipes after Glorand left, but to make sure that Linny wouldn't impulsively chase after his brother.
Yeah, that's fair.
We still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door once Miss Glorand had returned. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linny as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger. You were all super considerate and really thought everything through.
Yeah, they're kind of impressive.
It's just what we do down here at the fortress.
They had like a whole plan without even knowing our plan.
His style for as long as he's been the leader. Oh, I really wish Monsieur Nervula would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it here, with all the darkness and chaos.
He's into darkness and chaos? That doesn't make much sense at all. It's hard to imagine Neuvillette outside of his office.
Get a good night's rest, you two. You both worked very hard.
Oh, are we going back to our room then? Oh, hold on. I forgot I clicked off autoplay. Whoopsie. Ooh, can we talk to Clarion? I want to see what Clarion has to say.
Clarion!
Ah, it's you two.
How's dinner?
It's all right. Miss Siegewin really put in a lot of effort.
Well, as she normally
And
does.
that Risley invited you to come down to help, and you saved Fremine too. You sure work super fast.
Oh, it was child's play.
Still, Paimon didn't know
Child's
that
play
he
going
and
through.
Lewis could take on side jobs.
Going on primordial seawater that can immediately dissolve me.
And the Duke.
Happens.
Don't you get bored eating by yourself?
Miss Siegewin was with you, and the Duke has business of his own.
That stinks.
Actually, didn't Navia say that you went out for dinner with her as well?
Yeah. First time in a long time.
I'm glad those two are finally getting back
First time in a
together, though.
long time. So you mean you've gone out to dinner with her in the past?
In the past, yes.
I definitely feel like it was a misunderstanding, and
You
I'm
seem to
glad.
be enjoying yourselves here.
I'm glad Navia finally like. I mean, I know she's still upset, but I'm glad she's like finally opening up more and is not as closed off to Clarion than she was. Seem to be enjoying yourself here. It's all thanks to Neuvillette. This was technically a work trip for us too. We're gonna go as thanks to Neuvillette because the second one sounds awful.
Things will be getting messy at the fortress soon. Don't run around unnecessarily.
Understood. I'll make sure to remember that one. If it's on the next floor, then we'll have to teleport here. And then we start running around in a gigantic circle. Hold on. Grab that. There we go. Now we go in the gigantic circle. Intense gameplay is what this is. Almost there. I will say though, I want to see the other dorms. Because it's weird that my one room has 2 beds and like there's like almost no other space for other there's no space for other people as well.
So much has happened. Harmon just feels absolutely exhausted now that she's finally relaxed. I'm super sleepy. Are you sleepy too?
I mean, after the day we had, I'm sure. She's out. Jeez Louise, it took her like 2 seconds. Wow, she really immediately fell asleep.
Delicious. I'm on 1 seconds for free.
Oh, that's adorable.
Out of my way! Get out of my way!
Uh-oh.
What happened? Why is everyone running?
That's not good.
No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Yeah, it ain't good. It's never a good sign.
Huh? Who's yelling? Harmon still wants to sleep.
What's that sound? I don't hear anything. Paimon, wake up. We need to get out and see what's going on. Uh-oh. I can hear like this. I can hear like a siren. It's a very light siren, but I can hear it a bit. Yeah, there it is. You can hear it a bit more now.
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
They're gone.
Time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Yeah, he gone.
Hey, wait! What's wrong with these people? They won't even talk to us.
Yeah, that probably tells you how bad the situation is and that we should probably get out too.
There you are.
Oh, were they looking for us?
Oh, thank goodness.
That was nice of them.
Quisto and Lavaroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now. His Grace is telling everyone to evacuate and get out of here.
That's not
Everyone
good.
was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed. Yet you only find out once you do a head count that 1 or 2 people are missing.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly my idea?
Hey, shut up!
Yeah, I don't think it's the time right now.
Point is, you should come with us.
You said His Grace said to evacuate
Yeah, he
outwards?
said to get as far away as possible, upwards and outwards.
Yep. That means whatever happened must have happened down below. Oh no, isn't that gate at the very bottom?
No, it can't be that thing.
So the gate must have finally shattered.
What? Hey, where are you going?
We have to go find the Duke. You two just go and get out. Go on without us.
Yeah, that is not good at all.
Hey, be careful!
A very dangerous situation.
Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
Yeah, that ain't good. That is not a siren you want to hear. Go to the Forbidden Zone. Yep. It must be close to shattering then. Ooh. We get a cutscene. Look at this.
They're here.
Just like I said.
What happened?
Uh-oh.
You're just in time. But be ready to run.
It does... Uh-oh. Yeah, back up, Risley. Don't get too close. It is not going to end well. Wow, That really it, though? Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, we definitely need to get out of there now.
3, 2, 1.
The music gets intense, though. I will admit, this music is amazing. And like him immediately icing the door, that is so cool.
Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense. The gate. How long do you think it'll
See,
that depends on us.
I don't know if I necessarily understand that. Because we're like the only person in this entire area that like will not be affected by this water. So why are we the ones to go get Neuvillette? I feel like it would have been safer to have anybody else do it. I mean, really, having both Clarion and Neuvillette, or not Neuvillette, Wriothesley get out of there would have been smarter, but whatever. I guess if they want to risk their lives, they can.
Neuvillette, why are you here?
Oh, look at that. We didn't have to go try to find him.
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately.
Oh, no.
Farina will soon be meeting with the Knave there. You must protect Farina, and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Okay, you can explain everything else to me later.
Will do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
I want to know how he knows what's going on. Because he seems like he immediately knew that there was something wrong with the system. And that's why he was heading over, but that's whatever. Not as important as making sure Farina does not spend enough time with the Knave. Because knowing Farina, she'll say something wrong and, oh gosh, do something to upset the Knave. And that'd be the first thing we need, I guess. Oh boy. Oh my gosh, it's like a whole squadron.
People over there. The Knave is probably here already. We need to hurry.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Are you two the traveler in Paimon? Monsieur Neuvillette has left instructions. Please follow me. Though I'm
Understood.
Sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Farina to the best of your abilities.
A mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But you need to protect Lady Farina. Like, what? Yeah, obviously it's a very calm conversation, I bet. Considering you just told me to protect Farina. Like, yeah, that's makes me feel better about the whole situation. Like, geez Louise. Oh boy. Oh boy. Not good. Notice how fast her face lit
so
up.
You two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler.
Oh
I
boy.
have much of your accomplishments. I am the Knave, one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers.
So this is the Knave, the head of the House of the Hearth, and the Linny siblings. I love that, the Linny siblings. Father. She certainly does not seem easy to deal with. Greetings, pleasure to meet you too. We'll go pleasure to meet you.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here,
Why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
How do you have 4 out of 16? That is insane. She seems friendly enough, but that can't be all there is to her. The knave is a force to be reckoned with. I should be very cautious around her.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
That's pretty good. It's quite tasty, and I think Paimon agrees too. Yeah, that would figure, but we'll go with it's pretty good to try to say somewhat formal.
So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Farina and I.
How in the world is... Wait, Child should have no reason to have said something like that.
I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know. Here's to hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
I have faith in his abilities, which, I mean, to say nothing less of Child, he's definitely knows what he's doing.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
Certainly pretty impressive. Nice. That was good. Good one. Farina looks quite nervous. There must be some kind of bad blood between her and the knave.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Udex Nuvillette right in front of you.
Ooh.
Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on
That's
that.
tough.
But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Nuvillette.
I love how we're like avoiding the conversation. I managed to find a few leads on his whereabouts.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
No, they're not going to be happy until we show up with him.
But it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since Child disappeared.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Child is still alive.
Oh, and just how do you know that?
Paimon?
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Miracles.
That doesn't mean he's alive. Why did you say that?
After leaving the fortress.
Well...
Thanks, Paimon. Oh no, Paimon's statement just left us wide open. Yeah, thanks.
The Fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he
Oh boy. This'll end well. There you have no proof, but there's also no evidence that he's been injured or killed.
That is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the opera house. Is it something like that?
See, I feel like she's turning up the pressure. I'm not sure if I'll be able to convince her, but I can try to at least distract her from Farina. See, my thing is I'm fairly confident that all of Child's family doesn't know he's a Harbinger. At least I assumed so I don't know why his sister would know about him traveling all over the world, which, I mean, I don't know. I guess she would know since he's gone all the time, but still. Sounds good to me, yes.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written or how it's worded.
Let's go back to Farina being quiet, please and thank you.
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
That's not normal.
This is also a sign of things to come, Miss Farina.
Oh boy.
I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Oh no. That's oh boy. That's not good. Meanwhile, Nuvillette just walks in. Oh gee, she's made like a whole ice wall.
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
I love how they just realized his presence.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
I love how they like were totally gonna expose him, and they're just like, ah, never mind. He doesn't wanna talk about it. I definitely think it's like, it's very cool watching him just watch the whole wall shatter around him, and he just stands in front of it. Like, I don't, it's just, oh gosh. It's such a cool, like, commanding presence.
The day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled, and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day.
Like, oh my gosh, like, look at Nuvalet
This
go.
ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe.
And then puts a whole seal on it. Wow.
This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
Ooh. He just said some pretty important things there. Like, whose sentence? Like, who's being tried and who's the one who gave it?
Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
I mean, like, that's... I know the thing it talked about, like, oh, the people of Fontaine are going to be tried, and that's why they're all going to be dissolved into nothing, but, like, who exactly is the ones that are trying here? Like, who's accusing all the people of Fontaine? It's a very valid question. I'm very curious who it ends up being.
We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
Great.
In this bet, you owe me a present.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
On Nuvalet, probably.
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
Oh?
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you have
obviously.
used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
Yeah, probably.
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
Oh, that's great.
It wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
And not the fact that you run a
I'm
whole
sure
prison.
His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke.
Sure.
Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
I.e. the
No,
Knave and
you can stay
Farina.
here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Mermonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
It's not. It really isn't. It's going downhill very fast. I mean, it's not like it's really my fault, but it's definitely not working in our favor.
I must say, we've spent long enough playing house. Miss Farina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
Uh-oh.
What are you trying to say?
This ain't gonna end well.
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontainian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true.
Yeah.
Here you are, relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable?
Ooh.
The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Heart have devoted everything to saving their homeland.
Yikes.
But you, it beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
Gosh, she's digging
You're wrong.
deep into her.
I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now. Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
Dang.
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me.
This is getting heated, and I really understand why,
Even if I still cannot see the true future right now.
yeah, Nuvalet definitely needed us to stop this. Whoops.
As I will be able to hold my head up high.
We really should stop this, but I don't know why we haven't. Farina's not acting like her usual self. She's actually seriously refuting the knave's accusations. She meant what she says. She's not putting on a front.
Ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
So that was all a lie? Or can she really not tell us? She was so full of conviction and confidence just now, but now she's like, she deflated like a pop balloon.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time. It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as of yet.
You know, demeaning the person in front of you is not going to help.
As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
Yeah, that ain't going to go well.
An emergency response plan?
And she just backed her into a corner.
That look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
Yep, that was a bad decision.
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal?
No, look, she said the thing.
What do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
Surprisingly enough, I'm surprised Paimon has stayed quiet for this long.
It's just like it appears to be.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Farina.
Sheesh.
I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium.
And what does that
But even
corruption
if that
look
had
like?
nothing to do
Or,
with you,
okay, whatever.
then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Nuvilette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome business.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Oh,
Of course
jeez.
I will.
This isn't gonna end
I
well.
must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side.
Oh, yeah, you just realized that, right?
Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone.
Oh, jeez. These aren't topics I can speak about. I don't even know what Nuvalet's task was. If I had to guess, he probably went down to deal with the surging primordial sea. But can he really deal with it all by himself? And is Farina being truthful or not?
Traveler, that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise.
And that was another dig.
Too, Paimon.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer.
Poor Paimon's like, I'm just trying to live my life here. She's seen topic brings up a number less significant, while the atmosphere is like less tense, still tense.
Oh, Paimon's super full. That cake was great.
Thank you, Paimon, for lifting the mood up better.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes, and we must thank the knave for bringing these over as well.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table. And I was merely catering to Miss Farina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea.
Chat in quotes.
Late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
Yeah, chatting. Big quotations.
Mind seeing me off, traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss Child before I must be on my way.
Sure.
Paimon's coming too.
Oh boy. Well, yeah, I would assume Paimon, you're coming with me. I thought that was like a must. Oh great, we're back to the one character thing. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, what the? Okay, I didn't know that was a thing, but alright. Let's, I guess go. Walk all the way up these stairs. Because that's fun. Sprint. No, not the wall. Sprint. Thank you. Oh, we're gonna chat right at the entrance. Go figure.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, Child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
That's what Paimon thought.
What do you want to say?
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I was not expecting that. I didn't think that's what you wanted to talk about, and or there's no need.
Do I look like an irresponsible father to you? The House of the Hearth is very important to me. You should know that I care deeply about my children.
Yeah, I honestly wasn't expecting that. Was there nothing else you wanted to say?
That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings. I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still there, and I trust their judgment and abilities.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them. Especially Linny.
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me. By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but
so she really would have went. She totally would have went to the fortress if Linny had asked for her help, which is interesting to say the least.
You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the fortress of Meripede.
Oh boy.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused?
Yeah, that's fair, actually. Poor dude.
He did give us an opportunity.
Honestly, he doesn't want to be a part of this.
I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any preparations?
No need. I will take care of it myself. I need
Okay.
to meet with Farina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that she often seems more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
Oh?
Come over here, you little critter, you.
Yeah, she really does seem like just a...
You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
She almost seems like an overgrown child.
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Farina to be handed to me on a silver platter.
Yeah, it's kind of...
So easy,
It's kind of sad.
making me a bit suspicious. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed.
I think it was... I don't even think she was trying to be bait. I think she's just not...
Just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydronosis is not currently held by the Archon.
Oh?
In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
Oh?
What are you trying to do?
Hold on.
Please don't kill me. I'm begging you, please.
The fear in her pupils is genuine, so perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning.
That's weird.
Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Farina dares not mention this incident to anyone.
Man, I feel bad for her. Look at her.
Confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Farina quietly cried alone. She was so scared that she could not sleep that night, nor could she even bring herself to eat her cake. There's no
Aww.
doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps
Oh boy.
is actually the genuine article. I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard for ordinary people to access. Yes, Father. My dear children, please speak.
We are finding out a tad bit too much right now. What in the
Here's
world?
Fortress of Meripede. Master Child has gone missing. On top of that, the contacts and guards we bribed at the fortress have all gone quiet as well.
Oh,
Probably the handiwork of that Ridesley.
he's a bit too smart for his own good, truthfully.
I'm afraid so.
Risley's impressive.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Fontaine authorities. Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydro Archon and Eudex Neuvillette. Oh, and I have an additional mission for you three.
Oh boy.
Yes, Father. Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to
She's
make
a schemer.
with this
Like,
as my excuse,
this is insane.
for an official audience and continue my investigation of
She has at least like 20 different things she's working on at once.
Initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the fortress of Meripede will be a front. Linny and his group will be responsible for the actual intelligence gathering.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of things she's got going at once. It still makes me wonder if she actually even cares about Child or not.
Linny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
And she's okay with that?
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
We just really...
It
Come on,
wouldn't
guys.
mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Farina herself is still pretending that nothing of that sort ever happened.
No, she's probably terrified. Don't blame her.
I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Eudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either.
How did you come to that conclusion?
I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Eudex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine either of them as the Archon.
Have you, seen any of the other Archons. Like, I mean, literally take Barbados, aka Venti. The dude doesn't, like, the dude just drinks all day. But, like, Neuvillette, who holds himself together pretty well, is off the table. That's a bit funky to me. I think you're basing it off of your one experience with your Archon. That's unfair.
That is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification.
Yeah, gut feelings are a bit weird there.
Amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth.
Yeah?
I think Fontaine is quite intriguing.
I think we all got that question.
Looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to save themselves. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you. You don't commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday.
Yo, what? That is insane. We just had a Harbinger literally say they want to work with us. Like, every other Harbinger has been working intentionally against us. And the Knave is full on just like, oh yeah, I'll support you. Like, don't worry about it. That is wild. I mean, it's awesome, too. Don't get me wrong. It's amazing.
He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other, so I'll leave you to him.
Oh, I love the head nod there. That was a cool head nod where they both kind of just... Because it had to be coded, so I'm glad that was coded. That's cool.
But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur.
Oh boy, that ain't good.
For protecting Farina.
Maybe ask what happened down there.
To put it simply, I used my power to force back the primordial sea and reseal the sluice gate.
You know, just casually. Just casually push back all that primordial seawater. Just happens. Recount the happenings of the Tea Party to Neuvillette.
So as expected, the Knave has turned up the pressure on Farina. She's trying to feel her out, though I'm still unsure as to her motives.
Can I ask you some questions?
Permission granted.
You have enough power to force back the primordial sea. Does this mean you have some deeper connection with the Hydro Archon?
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? But that's just a speculation on our part, though. You can't tell us? Then that's okay. We can talk about something else. We won't try to force you. You guys in Fontaine are super strange.
Yeah, they really are, though.
By the phrase, you guys, you are referring to Farina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics.
What did you sense in the Fortress of Meripede? Did you manage to protect those that needed to be defended?
I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history. It has seen much grief and suffering. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us.
Unfortunately.
I mourn this turn of events.
It seems like things are starting to rev up.
Why is it raining all of a sudden?
Okay. The clear sky suddenly filled with dark clouds, the rain becomes heavier, and the light rain soon grows to a downpour. And just moments before, Neuvillette just mentioned this sense of grief. Thinking back to that legend and what Fremine said, it's said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine, and every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain. Wait, Neuvillette, you can't be...
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
Oh? And what are you thinking?
He's the dragon sovereign of water.
The dragon of... what?
Yep.
Huh?
Makes sense when you think about it.
Be so surprised. Farina?
Why? What is she doing?
Neuvillette, are you listening?
What is she doing right now?
My apologies.
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the Dragon Sovereign of Water, right? Well, if you don't want to confirm or deny...
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
You just gave us it?
Right, of course. We'll definitely help you keep it a secret.
Even though before you didn't really want to tell us?
There's still something Paimon wants to ask you, though.
Weird, but okay, cool.
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the Dragon Sovereign of Water, and you were able to force back the Primordial Sea from the fortress, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the crisis?
True.
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today,
what?
That stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
Okay, and by the way, for those who might not remember, if I'm thinking what it is, and what I'm thinking, if what I'm thinking is correct, the first usurper, or the usurpers in general, are people that came from beyond Tivat's world, and essentially came down and, like, from different dimensions. Like, we are technically an usurper. Technically our sibling is, but for some reason in this world they don't note him as one. So things of that nature. So essentially the first usurper came, they took the dragon's power and gave it to the Archons, which is weird to say the least, that the dragons had more power than the Archons. At one, like, that's just bizarre.
There are 7 elemental Archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history.
Oh, so it's like a resurrection thing, it looks like.
I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me.
Yeah, we can't do that. Let's not.
However, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the prophecy.
Oh, so even you can't solve it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
To attend to at my office. If you have any more questions regarding ancient history, you are welcome to discuss them with me at a later time.
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go too. Traveler, why don't we pay another visit to the Fortress of Meripede? Paimon is a little worried.
Sure, see you later, Nuvalet.
We'll see you another time.
Take care.
Okay. And I will say we are probably going to stop it here for today. It's getting pretty close to time, and I don't think we're going to have enough time to go through another thing. So, definitely stop it here. Hold on, what was the one we just did? Le Deluge? Fremine recalls what happened to him. And then we'll go through the rest of them. Secret of Blue Water, learn the history and secrets of the Fortress of Meripede. Out of the Aeons, learn of Nuvalet's true identity. Yeah, that was the last achievement. Okay. Check our wish, just in case. Yeah, it's not nearly enough. Once again, I'll check. I'm gonna check the actual shop. I know sometimes I don't block it, sometimes I do. It's just, honestly depends on how I feel, but thought I should at least check, just to make 100% certain, but I think it leaves us with 8, so we're not gonna have enough to fully get through everything. Or not fully. Okay, swapping. It's not enough to actually get us to the next level or whatever, or the 10 summon. So, yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. Thank you for everyone who stopped by to watch. I greatly appreciate the company, and for those watching this back later, thank you so much for watching. And I hope to see everyone on Friday for our next Honkai Star Rail stream. Hopefully, we'll be finishing the Trailblaze missions. I really hope, and we can get on to the next event. And yeah, I hope everyone has a fantastic time, and I think that'll be it. Thank you.